Yes.
towards
You have to,
a child, a mission.
yes, you have to, like, I think that we have a mission that is greater than ourselves.
Right.
You know, like, you know, I have people who write to me and say, yes, well, I supported the little girl for 2 years or something. We're supporting 70.
Right. Yeah.
So it's not a case of whether someone is not doing enough. We do what we can.
That's
Do
the
what we
problem
can with what we have.
Yeah, but that's the problem with the whole charity thing. It's like trying to fill up a bucket that has a hole in it. You're trying so hard to fill it up, but
Yes.
there's that hole in it.
Yeah.
And you just feel like this is pointless.
When I was a musician, we always used to say it's like arranging deck chairs on the Titanic.
Yeah.
But you can't. That's what people give up on. And if you really think that you are here for some kind of a purpose, then you can't give up. You have to be listening. I mean, we don't think in our brain. We think in a whole different other universe. Thinking is not. You can't put the brain there and say, this is the bit that thinks about.
Yeah, I know. Well, I did family therapy after my divorce, and then it turned into individual therapy, me and the therapist.
Yeah.
And this was the thing. Like, she kept trying to bring me back out of logic, just trying to pull me out. And it's so hard because of when you base everything in your life based on logic because you had to. It's
Yeah. See, the problem that the thinking is three-dimensional. It's about the things that you can touch, and perception as felt through the tips of your fingers. But if you think about the learning of skills, now when you have people of incredible skill, now when a violinist, I've tried to put this over before on my videos, and people said, what were you smoking at the time?
no.
Right? So you always get that. But if you think about how small a violin is so small, right? And the fingers of
Oh yeah.
Did you give the name?
Is that correct? Is it just 5 seconds? Am I reading that?
Well,
Am I reading? Is that a 5? No.
oh yes, 570.
Great.
So that if you work out on the development of skills, they're not physical, they're not logical, because it's I think it's something like a 16th of a second is the normal reaction time. Although people like Bruce Lee apparently could strike 9 times in a fraction of a second. But us normal people are operating on something like a 16th of a second reaction time. So when you have control, like the violinist has to control the instrument. Right. Now, there's voluntary control and then automatic control. And when someone learns an instrument, they go from initially voluntary control. Every note is voluntary, is in the moment.
They have to think about what they're doing.
Right. Yes. But as their awareness increases,
They
of
don't even
that,
think about it.
then what they do is they go, so it starts off with 1 dot, and that 1 dot leads to 2 dots, for the same amount of attention. And
Yeah,
then
yeah.
that releases to 4 dots and so on.
Yeah.
Now, when they get these incredibly complex passages, there'll be a flurry of, I don't know, 16 or 20 or 30 notes in a fraction of a second. So it's not voluntary control anymore,
Right.
and that learning is not in the brain, it's out here in this quantum field.
Yep.
So that they're watching that flurry of notes and their fingers doing that as if it's not them.
Yeah.
So as soon as you realize that there's stuff out there which operates not on a physical basis, then things
Well, you know what's funny is
change.
when I married my ex-wife, it wasn't based on love. It was all based on logic.
It was all based on logic.
I didn't marry her because I really loved her. I was enamored with her. I was all based on logic. I thought she'd be a good mother. I thought I'd pay for the sins of my father.
I've tried that before myself as well, so I understand.
You do understand?
Yeah.
So logic didn't help me then.
No, I did the same, you know, but I thought I was a singer in a band that was quite popular. We used to play in the Empire Leicester Square, if you've ever been to London. The Empire Leicester Square has about 4,000, an audience of about 4,000. Not every night, but at the weekend. But even during the week, it would be 2,000. So,
I've actually been to London only once. But
yeah,
briefly.
well, Leicester Square.
Yeah.
Leicester Square has the Empire.
Okay.
And so, beautiful women were not an issue and a problem.
I believe it. When you're a musician.
Eventually, when I came to America, I thought, I've just been so immature, I can't operate like this, and I used logic.
Yeah.
And I said, this is a good person, he's honest, this an artist, and all of that. I'm hoping that they don't think we ignore them. I usually have a chat. You didn't, did you see?
Don't mind me. How many children do they have?
I think 5.
Oh my God.
At least say hello, honey. See, but I tried.
Kids.
But I tried the logic thing. And I married a girl, a woman who was older, because I thought, I can't keep going for young women.
Yeah.
I never
get it.
looked for Beth.
Yeah.
Tell you, I looked at her, I said, she's too young. She looked at me, she said, he's too old.
Yeah. As an American, I would feel like a criminal.
Yeah. See, so you have to, that's why I say there's something there which is extra physical, in addition to the physical.
Yeah, like you can't keep yourself from doing it. Like you have to. There's something inside of you that says that you have to do
If you're
it.
listening to the right voices.
I think at my age, I'm able to listen to the right.
Yeah, yes, you have to become intuitive.
It took to this age too.
Man, it's not an easy transition. Yeah, I mean, there are some people, you know, I know people who had arranged marriages, and it worked fine. And I know people who it didn't work fine for. So you have to put, everybody else has to be out there. When I tried to be logical, in the end, looking and thinking, this is not And then my stepson came and met her, and afterwards he said, I said to my friend, this is not my wife. So I do think that if you come here, there's probably something which is